All right, welcome back. This is part C of Happy Garden. In part B, we added some flowers. Now we're going to randomly choose flowers to wilt. And we're going to start by finishing the wilt flower function. So the wilt flower function is going to randomly pick one of the flowers and change its status from happy to wilted and change the picture to go with it. So first thing we want to do is we want to label our global variables. We're going to be using the flower list, the wilted list, and game over. Okay, and then once we've got those, we're going to write our typical if not game over if statement. So we don't want to do this if the game is over. And we're going to want to watch our indentation here because we have an if statement inside of an if statement. So the next if statement is going to be if len of flower list is greater than 0. Well, what does that mean? Okay, len is the length. So if the length of the flower list were 0, then there would be no flowers. So it wouldn't be any point of trying to choose one. So only if there's at least one flower, we'll randomly pick one of those flowers. Now watch our indentation here, right? We're inside this second if statement, so we've been indented a second time. And we're going to have rand flower be a random number. So rand int from 0, which would be the first flower in the list, all the way to the length of flower list minus 1. Okay, because our first flower is at position 0. If we had 5 flowers, they'd be at positions 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? We wouldn't have one at position 5. So we're going to randomly choose one of those. Now, watch your indentation because we're going to make another if statement. This is our third if statement. And we're going to check to see if that flower is happy. And if it is, then its image will be the standard flower image, right? So I've got flower list, square brackets, rand flower, that's the position of the random flower I picked, and I'm going to do dot image double equals flower, okay? So that means if it's the normal happy flower picture. Now this is an if statement, right? So we got a semicolon or a colon. Watch your indentation here, right? Now we have 3 levels of indentation. And what we want to do is we want to change that image. So we go back to flower list, just like the if statement, square brackets, rand flower, which is the position of that random flower we picked in the list, dot image, this time a single equals, because I want to make it equal to the flower hyphen wilt picture. Let's go take a look at that picture. So flower hyphen wilt is this drooping flower, right? So we're going to change it from the upright flower to the drooping wilted flower. So we've got if statements inside of if statements inside of if statements here, and we're not done, right? Because remember, we got 2 lists. We also have the wilted list. Now, before, we had marked this flower as happy by putting the word happy in the list in the same position as it was in the flower list. So we're going to go to that same flower, but this time in the wilted list, that same position. And what we're going to do is we're going to make that equal to time.time. Time.time stores time in seconds. And so this will let us know how long that flower's been wilted. So we're going to put a little marker there to show, okay, at this time, right, the flower was no longer happy. It became wilted. Now, watch really carefully here because we need to watch our indentation. I want to go out of that third if statement, out of that second if statement, and I want just to be in the first. So my indentation here is going to line up, right? So it belongs to the if not game over if statement, but not of the others. So I'm going to schedule a clock to do this again, right? So I'm going to call wilt flower and I'm going to call it in 3 seconds. So what's going to happen is every time a flower wilts, I'll schedule another call in 3 seconds. So approximately every 3 seconds we'll go and check, pick a random flower, and if that flower hasn't wilted already, we'll make it wilt. Now the wilt flower function is not going to run until we call it. So we need to go down to that bottom of the program, and after we call add flowers, but before we call pgz run.go to start the program, I'm going to call wilt flower, and this should get it going. Okay, so let's see what happens. Press run. Oh, first flower wilted already. Okay, there's our second flower. Oh, and then it wilted. Okay, third flower, then it wilted. Fourth. Now, sometimes it won't wilt right away because we're going to randomly pick a flower in the garden, and that flower may already be wilted, in which case that nothing will change in the appearance of the screen. But anyway, seems like it's working. So I will see you next time for part C, or part D.